4.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Dropping back, it's Warner. Looking for space to the left. He's going to run it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as his offense continues to show great patience. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They'll go to the air. Dances away to buy time. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Demon Deacons will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking downfield, it's Warner. Throws to the wideout. Through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Unloads to the right. This one's complete. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Use the play fake, now to throw. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense picks it up.
Dude, let's go. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
The RPO, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success with complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
Unloads it left. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Offense will go back to work. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback moving. This time he's got it. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Quick timeout called by the defense. Stopping
you good?
to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You're not good.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. A run for the quarterback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Gives it to the back on the draw. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Demon Deacons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. It's a draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Oh, they're after him. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this 4th and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion. But where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
The what?
On 4th down, looking to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Mays. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Under fire. With the catch, it's Mays. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. gives it on the option. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Warner. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Got his man on the right. Powers through. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So they see the potential tying score wiped out by the penalty, and now time is starting to be against them. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Rolling right and going deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
4th down, gotta have it here. Might be looking to run. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it, and the offense should be able to run out the clock. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Sun Devils will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Fresno State's offense will get first crack at it today. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago, and this defense is...
He's going to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
At the 45 on its way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up.
There he goes. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Warner. He steps away. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, give on the inside. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And that is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable. Guys that will...
Going for a big play right off the bat. Makes the grab at the 30. Breaks away on the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Warner. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throwing right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going.
Forget the kick. He wants to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll throw it. Incomplete. The fake had worked to perfection, and he just gacked the pass. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Skips away from pressure. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down right there, but not before it. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Bunch formation for these receivers. Off play action on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field it close to the 50. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. He'll start this drive firing. hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll pull it down and run. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play.
He's got it. First down and more. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Fresno State right back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Warner. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Fresno State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying play action. Finds his man. It's Tyson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Extending the play. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Fires to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the boot, looking for his man. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Dropping back, it's Levin. He's got him. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. The Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's McClain. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They'll run this play from the pistol. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. They get through and it's blocked.
You know, it's blocked field goals in moments like that are momentum changers. That could be the difference in this game. What a great individual effort knocking that thing down.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Gilliam. With the catch, it's Warner. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this 2nd half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. To the air, it's Levitt. Pressure coming. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Gilliam. On the run, still looking. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on second and long. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sport. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. Today, an in-state battle between a couple of teams from the state of California, both hoping to claim a golden victory. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bruins offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And Jesse, they've got a running back they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Plucks it out of the air. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. The screen. He can go. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. It's a draw. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So Fresno State's offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys.
And the quarterback, hold up to and sacked at the 12. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Pulls it in down the sideline. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is turning it on.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking down the middle. And completed. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw. It's Warner. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. From the gun to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for him.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebackers.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Under fire. Got out of trouble and throws. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Trying to get it to the marker. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Rides the back on the option. The give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Not the start the offense wanted to have. They had to punt the first time out. And here on the opening play of their 2nd drive, they're going backwards. If they're going to run the football, these big guys up front, they've got to do a better job.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Oh, he's still got more. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Dropping back, it's Warner. Finding an escape route. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Anderson.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He gets it in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bruins will hustle to the line.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA. And you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, look out! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruins!
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn into a playmaker, turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
A big key for this offense coming into this game is getting this quarterback going, running the football. And with that last scramble, he's now over 100 yards rushing in this game, and he is not done yet.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Back to pass. It's Warner. He's moving out of the pocket. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. He rifles one deep to the left. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the first half, and it has been a dandy. A chance to perhaps get this game tied up before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. It'll be third and long. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Makes the grab. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Firing to the right, complete. Got enough space. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Bruins have it with a first and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA!
Man, you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. The 50. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the heat. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking for a man. It's Warner. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Bruins will kick it away to crank up the second half. the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying to make magic with his feet. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Rush is on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go. A strike downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Unleashes it. Finds a man on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Trying to bull his way in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. To the air, it's Warner. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Dances away. Fires to the end zone. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Hit as he throws. It's caught. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. A lot of urgency for this offense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now they'll run the draw. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. And the field goal unit is on the field. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That brings him to within 1. And he's coming out of the end zone. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive,
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Warner. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack. Oh.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Bruins. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
He'll return it. Boom. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Throws for the tight end. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Warner. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Fresno State will have to punt. They'll look to pin them deep. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. The punt team makes its way onto the field. A low line drive and not his best work. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Fresno State. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this take this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Lost, the defense is wide open. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Bring in the heat. And it's incomplete on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, they'll go to the air. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that third down sack. Set them back, but they'll go for it here. Oh, they're after him.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field,
because I'm
like,
fucking done.
You're going to gift us the football. We'll go
I can
ahead. We'll
hear you
take over.
talking
Thanks.
shit.
We'll make a play.
I can hear you talking shit every fucking day going to work. Every day get fucking badges. I ain't say shit about the NFL till tonight. Man, fuck you mean? I'm just putting the animals out in the wilderness, coming back here one fucking time, saying that you can fucking fuck around with
That
me.
would be huge.
Man, fuck. Make a decision.
With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, UCLA! They move on top here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Get out.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the air, it's Warner. Looking to the big tight end. He's open on the right. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Fresno State. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
He had a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Off the play fake. Makes the catch. A 2-point conversion is good.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. Second half, being up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that 2-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They try to pop a run on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in a sudden change situation.
Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. It's complete to the left. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. He'll keep it himself. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. To throw, it's Warner. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Firing toward the end zone. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on fourth down here in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. He'll set up to throw. Looking to scramble. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The defense is being tough, but they'll try to plow their way in here on third and goal in overtime. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They strike first in overtime.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You could tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's a hit. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. 4 down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a third and long here. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. 4th and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.